Oh, hell nah, not this guy again.
The ends justify the means.
Who the fuck allowed this illiterate kid around here?
Tonight I come here to shit.
What in the Punjab hell did I just hear?
Cristiano Ronaldo is the best player all time. And Jero have no pines because my dick bigger. And Ronaldo smashed Uzakak and Bangaston last Tuesday. Messi this month, FIFA's give him pen. He still miss hot.
Security, please, escort this matter shot. He is ruining the show. No way, it's the GOAT Messi. And he rushes on means. Goat cutter. Messi is violating Muhammad. Alien man punch by Messi. Every time he tries to touch Messi, he counters. This matter cod can even dribble on wrestling. Crossbody. And another one Ankara Messi, Ankara Messi. But Mohammed Giggleballs counters the third time.
Que mira bobo madarcho, te voy a dar la paliza que tu madre olvidó darte. Y luego voy a ver en ti con mi mayor fan, Homdan. Ja 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 ja.
Okay, Messi. I think this is enough. The kid has learned his lesson. And Messi starts setting himself up for a Panenka dive. Means tries something, but gets countered again. And in hat-trick bomb. By Messi, it's over.
And now it's time for the tag team match.
Upcoming first, the team of King Bombard and Rey Mosquito, the Latina World Order.
Sudah aku temukan arti nafas ini untuk siapa telah.
And now the opposing team, composed by Kyle Fletcher and some other random dudes from parts unknown, the United Kingdom. Who is that guy shaking Jacob's Murphy hand? I thought he was married to Rhea and not another man. For the first time, the match actually has a damn referee. En a jumping stubby Kai Fletcher ve Rey Mosquito. Fletcher seems to be taking advantage in the start of the match. Mosquito is casually being bullied. Poor guy. This Matterchod literally hit the referee. What the fuck? Osprey, get the fuck out of the ring. And Fletcher jumps over Mosquito while Bombard is distracted by Osprey. The match became chaotic. So far, the United Kingdom is getting well across the match. Oh no, seems like Murphy is getting resented for Kyle being clumsy. He throws Bombard, but Mosquito starts spamming kick barrages. I never thought I'd ever see a tag team squash match, but here we are, fam. Seems like Bombard is tired of being the woman in the bed and decided that it's time to take charge. But Jacob jumps over the both of them to ruin Bombard's momentum. United Kingdom regains charge in the match. And Will tries to cheat over Mosquito. I genuinely can't explain what the hell is happening in the match. Bombard takes the fight to Will. Bombard gets thrown to the ground like Prime Sonny Leone. Kyle hits a reverse suplex while Mosquito is still being bullied by Murphy. What a great display of strength by Bombard. And now Kyle decides to target Mosquito. Bombard is the only LWO member who is actually trying to win this match. And a collision of close alliance between Mosquito and Kyle. What the hell is Will still butthurty after whatever Black Sun did to him? Bro was the referee paid because he was supposed to escort Will Ospreay out of the ring. Pile driver by Bombard. Jacob tries to pin while Mosquito decides to fight like a man. Damn bro, Bombard should switch partners cause Mosquito can't fight properly. Fletcher's ass breaks the submission, LOL. What the fuck? Fletcher starts flying for no reason. And Mosquito puts Fletcher in a leg lock. And in monkey flip, Mosquito is starting to gain momentum. Nice move by Mosquito. Mosquito made the two men fly, and now Hayes actually being useful. Bombard hits a cutter. And finally, LWO start fighting like a real team. Oh, never mind that Boomis Mosquito left Bombard to be violated alone in the ring. LOL, Will Ospreay gets tricked by one of Dragon Loy's toys. What a crazy move by Bombard. Bombard is punishing Fletcher badly over and over. Not gonna lie, Bombard is a crazy kind of superstar. He hits a neckbreaker on Murphy. But Fletcher ruins the fun, this British bastard. Mosquito just keeps getting tossed.
You know this job is exhausting. I might switch from Protostar to Pornostar!
Fletcher dives, but Bombard does a beautiful power slam counter. LWO is a one-man team. Ray should drink some Viagra so that he can be any useful. Bro, Murphy wants to do something harem, just can't tell what. Ospreay smashes Mosquito into the table.
Jacob is taking care of Bombard. Bombard having to contain the two men while Mosquito deals with Osprey. This match is way too one-sided for my liming. I should just go and goon to Priya Rhinov movie with BMW Trons. And Mosquito gets eliminated like the small bum he is. And Murphy keeps bullying Mosquito, hey ha ha ha. Murphy keeps touching him by accident. At this point, I think it's intentional. What the fuck, Jacob? Stop touching your partner for no reason. Oh no, Bombard! The little boy is about to suffer bad things. Bro, someone stop this match. This counts a violation. What the fuck? He kicks out. Bro, I feel so bad for watching this. But whoa, a counter by Bombard. Bombard keeps fighting like a warrior. Bro Jacob is way too violent. Even the Fatu Jacob doesn't wrestle like this Pychopath. Bombard counters Will's attempts. Bombard is refusing to give up. Come on, Bombard, you already proved that you are a warrior unlike your partner, Rey Mosquito. Just throw the white flag for your own sake. Bombard smashes his head, LOL. And Bombard is starting to get his superpowers rising. Bombard is on fire right now, baby. Oh, what a dirty move by Murphy. And Jacob Murphy puts him in a sharp shitter. Yes, we got new FCW Tag Team Champions. I could predict the result of this match after seeing Mosquito's horrible performance.
Man, this shit getting deeper than the Devil's Lake. Engine goes fast, to the metal break. Nigga change the ugly ass ones, but the metal fake. I'm finna drink the whole pint, that's how I meditate. Throw a party on the hot block, we call that celebrate. Nigga shoot two chocolate, ready penetrate. Nigga play with me, he gon' get a key to heaven's gate. 2 phones ringing back to back like I'm Kevin Gates. I got some dogs from Louisiana and my juice gloves to get hacked. I think I'm from Dallas. Nigga run up on the trip, he gon' get the casket, fuck around and run into a drink like he be in Canada. Shit getting out of hand. I'm I'ma need a manager 30.
It's time for the national champion match. Upcoming first weighing in 212 pounds from Scotland, the Scottish warrior, Drew McIntyre. And this upcoming man is a living legend in the world of sports entertainment. And here he comes. And now from Chicago, weighing in 178 pounds, the best gooner in the world, CM Punk. Let's see what he can do today on having to fight 3 men in different periods to win a belt. The match starts with Punk countering a claymore with a shining wizard, then dominates Drew with a bunch of punches. Punk is an outstanding striking machine. Bulldog by CM Punk, he is clapping Drew with no remorse. And he hits a knee holding a wooden cue. Pretty one-sided match. And Drew gets enough of the disrespect. And he slams Punk. Now it's his turn to bully Punk's ass. Claymore kick. CM Punk kicks out. He doesn't let Punk go anywhere. He is freaking out. Seems like Punch could only last 1 minute as the dominating man. However, he still lasts more than Zayn in the bad He gets claymored out of the ring on top rope. And Drew splashes him. He throws Punk through the barricade. He wants to beat the Chicago boy so badly, I can see that clearly. Belly to belly suplex. Punk pulls an arm drag, breaking the steel steps. And he goes for a springboard spear. And now a crucifix on the broken steel steps. And Punk eats a claymore, intercepting his jumping maneuver. He tries to lift Punk, but he takes his back. and he almost lands a go to sleep. Punk jumps from the top of the barricade. He falls into Drew's trap, who is beating him with a steel step piece. McIntyre tosses him on the broken steel steps. It must be bad to be CM Punk right now. Take in note that this is a gauntlet match, so there is still more damage to come if Punk finds any way to capitalize on Drew. The Scottish Warrior hurting him in the worst ways possible. Thanks to a miscalculation, the Scottish Botcher botches, leaving it open for CM Punk to jump, but gets smashed by Drew again. Pedigree by Drew, who doesn't let Punk do anything. And an elbow drop, but Punk dodges, which makes Drew extremely furious. And he's going up to hit an aerial claymore. Drew is simply squashing the best in the world with ease. But Punk gets freaky. Guess this is how he plans to survive against Drew. And a bulldog to break the announce table. Punk is regaining momentum now. And now back into the ring. The two men crush together. Marvelous kick out by Punk. And Punks pulls a J Driller and also tries to capitalize, but Drew is built different. Claymore kick by Drew. He tries to lift Punk, but he forgot that Punk went to Gooning Jim and now breaks Drew with his new arm strength. Punk hits an elbow drop. Drew kicks out. With his face covered in blood, he starts striking with Punk. He throws Punk with another suplex. Breaks Punk with an elbow drop, but oh, he misses. Punk gets up and he hits a neck breaker. And another bulldog. Orchestrated sequence by Punk. But it can't be enough to finish Drew. Hurricanrana by Punk. And it seems that he wants to pull up some taunts.
Wow, and the end's milk is amazing. It's making my mind go blank and strange.
Punk hits Drew, who interrupts his milk drinking session. And now it's his turn to clap Drew's cheeks. Smack this Scottish bad-eyed, you Chicago nigga.
Commentator, I'll have you sued for saying that. Then I will drain your milk.
Hell nah, this Mattershod thinks I'm AJ Lee. Drew, please finish him off. I don't want anything bad to happen to my DIH tonight. Diving DDT by Drew to stun Punk. Seems like Drew wants to start beating up Punk again. Jumping spear by Drew, and now Punk is definitely stunned. Shining Wizard by Punk, and then he steals the Future Shock DDT. Crazy guy.
And a near fall.
Claymore by Drew. They got hurt so quickly, they should avoid taking damage, but both are hungry for the win. It's not every day you get a title opportunity. And now it's Drew who steals the go to sleep. Future Shock DDT. Punk doesn't even flinch, lol. And Punk does a diving coos body over Drew. Whatever this was, it worked. Because it is divinely helping. Punk piece up Drew and cook him gradually. Chink is spanking Drew. He throws Drew at the steel steps. And now, up on the steel steps, Punk hits a pedigree, breaking it apart. Neck breaker by Punk. Punk wants to beat down Drew even more. And a springboard elbow drop, but Drew dodges. Now he's going to steal it. He claymores Punk. Punk somehow kicks out. And he goes for another go to sleep. Seems like he's not done yet. And OMG, is it over for Drew? Punk lifts him, going on for a final GTS. And Punk pins Drew. Wow, just wow. And the next entry is the Dokla Megastar LA Knight. Yeah. And Punk loses no time hitting a jumping clothesline. However, it gives Knight an incentive to hit one close line of his own. And a DDT on the steel piece. Knight is clapping CM Punk like prime Sonny Leone LOL. Double stomp to break his belly. If you do this, how will he give birth to AJ Lee babies, bro? Kick out. Knight pulling everything in his arsenal to make sure Punk goes out as soon as possible. But the best gooner in the world keeps kicking out. And what the fuck? LA Knight hits Drew for no reason. The distraction helps Punk dodge, and now it's his time to touch Knight. Suplex. Punk has regained his momentum. Knight attempts an aerial move, which gets countered by a crazy drop kick, making him bounce. He makes Knight go dizzy. Nice arm drag to counter LA. Punk goes on top rope, but Knight makes a crazy acrobatic jump to hit a superplex. What the fuck? And another near fall, not gonna lie. After getting pounded by Lee, Punk's ass gotten a little more resistant than normal. He throws Punk, making him hit his belly. Biryani force trauma. Now he just has to pin 1, 2, and a kick out. Is Punk impossible to beat? Knight kicks Punk mid-air. Back body drop by Drew. Knight is so desperate to pin Punk. Nothing he does seems to work. And another near fall. This time it's Punk who counters with a power bomb. Attempts a GTS, but Knight hits a crucifix. And a biryani force. Trauma on the dumbbell, it's over for Punk. What the fuck, bro? Does Punk have plot armor or some? Knight jumps for a choke attempt. Is it enough? Another double stomp. What the fuck? Knight pulls a GTS. And a BFD. This time is the time. But CM Hogan kicks out at 1.
Muthmarna, yeah.
This time Punk breaks free. Punk is not letting Knight copy his move again. And Punk pulls in Hurricanrana counter. However, Knight regains control. Nice DDT by Punk. But Knight kicks out once again. Both men are displaying excellency in the resilience aspect, especially Punk, who sends Impossible to pin. Nice counter by Punk. Knight also counters himself. Okay guys, I will be out for 2 minutes cause I gotta eat fried cockroach with crocodile sushi. Be right back. Okay guys, I'm back and what the fuck? Punk Puta. Knight up for an Hurricanrana. Is he going to pin him? Knight is out, meaning that next final entrant is the prize fighter Kevin Owens. Oh baby, I feel bad for Punk. His body will suffer even more. 1. Lol, Knight counters him. He gets mad and starts assaulting Knight. After violating Knight, he runs towards Punk. And Punk also rushes at him. Punk may be extremely damaged and beaten up, but he still has more to give, and he could possibly pin KO here tonight. Not gonna lie, this is kind of unfair. Punk has been like 20 minutes fighting 2 other men, and now he has to fight this fat gooner who is a psychopath. He somehow kicks out from the powerbomb.
And a PS Pasha.
He goes out for a table. KO really wants to do haram things with Punk tonight. After tossing him, he carries Punk into an explosive suplex, breaking the table. CM Hogan kicks out again. KO trying to do anything he can, just like LA Knight also trued. And Punk finally regains control on the match. GTS by Punk. Ko grabs the table while Punk goes up, and Ko decides to follow up into a super Niga Plex at the announce table. What the fuck is CM Hogan doing, bro? He is going way too far at this point. O drives him into the ropes, going for a Pornhub powerbomb. And he hits a GTS, everybody copying Punk's finisher today. And a stunner by Kevin Owens. Bro, CM Hogan is already back on feet. What the fuck? Elbow drop by CM Hogan. And Hogan is dominating the match again. Hogan counters everything KO tries to do LOL. KO doesn't want to lose the lead to the best gooner in the world. Mohammed Splash by Kevin Owens. Punk somehow manages to kick out. Owens botches on the spot, leaving an opening for Punk. Punk breaks the record for the number of kickouts in a single match. And a GTS by Punk. Owens also kicks out. And Owens counters Punk's GTS with a crucifix. However, he manages to break the count. Okay, I can't describe what just happened. Jumping clothesline by Punk. And Punk runs for top.
Jumping clothesline. Come on, Punk, you can do this.
Damn, bro, who is going to win the match? It's very hard to know at this rate. And he throws CM Punk to Delhi with the Pornhub powerbomb. Flying splash by KO. Now he has the chance to hurt Punk. Punk already lost 90% of his stamina, but he will fight until the end like a true Gunnar Do. And another powerbomb. KO is shattering CM Punk's hopes step by step. Bro, this is so painful and irritating to watch. After all the effort, CM Punk eliminated 2 guys just to be battered like a toy. Another powerbomb. And another powerbomb. But this time, Punk counters with an Izui-Geri. New shot by Punk, but KO lifts him while he delivers a Pakistan cross.
Bro, this guy survived 6 Pornhub power bombs. I think I should just shoot him with a gun.
Owens is just spamming moves to finish Punk.
Randy Chode is modern-day Hulk Hogan. No worries. I will keep beating you up.
Punks takes advantage of KO's temperament. Taught to hit a GTS. But KO shows that he can also go full Hulk Hogan, or full Diddy. Clothesline. Reversal into a pin. Owens counter back. And another kick out. And his fate ass trips on the ropes, giving Punk time to recover. Punk puts him inside the ring. And Punk goes for another go to sleep. He didn't survive till here for nothing. And one more time, he will keep doing it until Kevin is done for good. Owens somehow kicks out. All hope lost for Punk. Pornhub powerbomb. And a stunner by Kevin Owens.
1, 2.
Punk survives somehow. What the fuck, bro? Punk is so tired he can't handle the meat. Punk drop kicks him on the exact moment. What can he do now to break Owens? Punk gets tricked by Owens, who goes up for a diving splash. Powerbomb attempt, but a last-second reversal by Punk. And now it's Punk who hits the stunner. Kick out by Owens. Arm drag by Punk. And Punk tries another go to sleep. What the hell? He kicks out at one. Anaconda Vice by Punk. His last chance. Owens breaks Piefre. It doesn't matter whatever happens, Punk. You have fought like a real warrior today. And one more stunner. 1, 2. And it's all over. CM Punk pinned two-man tonight, but he couldn't sustain energies to put down Kevin Owens. However, this victory is still well-deserved by the prize fighter. And whoa, it's the Warpath, General Manager, the former wrestler trained in Amazon, Abhinanda. Here he goes, going to crown the prize fighter Kevin Owens as the FCW National Champion. Personally,
Congrats, man. Here is your belt.
and your new FCW National Champion, Kevin fucking Owens.
And it's time for the International Championship match. Upcoming first, the Motherfucking Gangsta and leader of Grove Street, CJ Dunks. And now the Femboy Hunter, known as the Pasta Reaper, CM Jero. Jero using a Chernobyl defensive costume. Jero strips after the match start, and now the hardcore guys will be eating each other alive. CJ has to finish this fight quickly because later on he must go to defend his hood in Grove Street. He is countering every Jero attempt with ease. I'm loving this. Jero back on the match. Why are they fighting technical instead of killing each other like real hardcore motherfuckers? Nice DDT on the wires. CJ pins him on the wires, but it's not enough to put Jero out. Double tumble this match is amazing because it's equal competitive at the start. And the wired ropes limit both wrestlers since they love using springboard and flying moves. Rear DDT by Jero. Anti-Pilidriver. Now, I want to see what strategy will both wrestlers use. Jero is using slams since he can't go running through the ropes, but CJ is kind of limited. Femboy Hunter is taking dangerous risks. In the match, he could hurt himself. German suplex by CJ as he is going to start beating Jero even further. Is Zuiguiri. This is a hard match for Jero Onosulti. CJ approach in the match is much more different from Jero's one as he will use submissions and the wires to damage Jero even more. And Jero making CJ dance in the wires, damaging his back on and on. But the athletic gangster recovers fast and starts smashing Jero again. CJ kicks his ass out of the ring. He hits a double axe Punk at Jero, stunning him. CJ is waiting patiently because he wants a beautiful punch. He trolls Jero, sending him out, and he launches himself towards him. And a powerbomb on the spot. CJ will be arrested for homophobia because this isn't a normal kind of beating.
And you, commentator, will be arrested for having a DIH smaller than Noah Lesnar's brain.
Jero evades the springboard punch by getting in the ring. That's what you get for saying my D is small. If I had put it in your mouth, CJ, you should start crying and shout, "Oh shit, here we go again." And now it's Jero who is beating CJ up. CJ is only dodging and spamming submission. He is barely attacking today. Bad exit by CJ. But CJ is skilled, so he fixes himself quickly after. Jero dodges, and now it's his turn to jump from the announce table. But he thinks it's very risky and returns to the ring. Jero spanks his head and goes for a pin. They start swapping positions on a submission. Cuddle slam by Jero. Jero, stop being a dumbass. You can't run to the ropes, and you know that. Sling blade by CJ. Fcw CJ. What CJ doesn't realize is that Jero is a masochist, so he definitely enjoys the pain. CJ is pretty analytical today, which will help him in the match. Springboard splash by CJ, and Jero is fucked up. Jero back into the match subsequently. Nice suplex by Jero. Another splash by CJ. CJ is making Jero spread period blood everywhere. Jero makes CJ trip again, and now he can start doing his shenanigans like he wishes. Ai meu Deus! He sends Jero tripping right there, then gets back at the ring. He hits a sliding drop kick. The ring is full of blood, and I wonder which direction is this match going to take. He sling blades him on top of the MBN milk. And a beautiful elbow by CJ. CJ is trying to wonder where he is. Fcw CJ hip up. Jero wants to compose himself as he's very dizzy, but CJ just wants to fuck him raw like prime Lana Rhodes. Jero hits a brain buster to hurt CJ badly. Lasagna kick Jehu is źródła the damage. And Jero hits an elbow drop followed by a pin. But CJ still resists. He uses an arm drag to counter Jero right there. Crucifix by Jero into a pin. However, we know that this won't stop CJ. This match is going more technical than I expected. However, it's good to see that they are still killing each other by looking at the amount of blood displayed in the ring. What the fuck? Jero injured CJ. Now he beats him and goes for a cuddling slam. He cancels the pin. Jero already used his finisher, and he wants to know what he has to do. CJ collapses at the medical stretcher. Jero accidentally hits the wire. Now CJ has open space. Kicks him in the face. Come on, CJ, we all believe in you, our boy. We goon and root for you every single day. Jero botches again. Will CJ take his chances? CJ suplexes Jero out of the ring. And he follows Jero up, beating him. And this time it's Jero who follows CJ. He also does the elbow drop to show who is the dominant male in the bed. CJ kicks him right in the face. He gotta show Jero how to behave. Now that CJ took time to recover, he has to find a way to chop Jero's dick.
You little Russian boy, I will show you my giant Italian vodka bottle and put all the liquid on your face.
Shows how, if you do that, I'm going to show you a large meaty pepperoni that you will never forget.
One, two.
CJ splashes him on top of the thumbstack, spreading blood everywhere. Jero, beautiful kick out. Jerkmate powerbomb into a pin. But since CJ is refusing to lose, Jero will give him severe punishments. CJ sweeps him into falling at the thumbstacks. Analysts say that CJ is almost blind and he's only fighting because of cocaine and vodka effect. This guy is savage. Jero smashes CJ, but CJ forces him to give a blow job. The ring and both men are bloody as fuck, more bloody than CM Punk on periods, after getting smashed by AJ Lee. CJ and Jero doing everything, even killing each other just to get a kid card, belt heyahaha. Beautiful move by Jero, but he sends himself flying to China later on. And the Russian gangstar is dizzy because he drank vodka before the match. Bro, this match is so funny. A femboy hunter versus a drunk addict. They are super tired at this point, and CJ is suffering from CTE. What motivates him to fight like a real hood gangster? After making him fall, CJ grabs him up and tosses him into the wired ropes.
Gravity!
Beautiful splash by CJ to hurt Jero. The boss and GM of Battlezone just stand still because they broke his table and he's thinking about finding both superstars.
내가 저것들을 건드려서 저 마다르 코드들이 다시는 이런 짓을 못하게 할 거야.
And CJ tosses Jero to the ring with a German suplex. What the fuck is Cassius Abubakar? He gets in the ring with both men down. Bro doesn't know who he wants to beat, LOL. But he decides that he wants the Russian Princess CJ. And now, he looks at CJ beating up the femboy hunter. CJ throws him at a bunch of chairs. He jumps at Jero, while Cassius Abubakar looks like a professional porn watcher. CJ dodges Abubakar with his ninja skills and starts beating Jero with the steel chair. Fuck you, Cassius. You are ruining the match, you stupid motherfucker. He is beating CJ, who is already blinded and extremely tired. What can he do to survive now? And now, the Jero scumbag also starts beating Cassius. He throws CJ into the ring. He decides that he wants to help Jero beat him up even further. A masterpiece, match being ruined by a giant pig-cheating piece of shit. Magnificent dive from CJ to neutralize Cassius. However, Cassius is in a better condition and returns to lead as Jero is taking time to recover. But CJ starts fucking Jero up with his boxing skills. CJ is regaining energies to hit his move. Jero tosses CJ to kill his momentum. Chun suplex. And a cuddling slam by Jero, it's over. And the new Fcw International Champion, even though he only did it thanks to Cassius, he is the one who gained the belt, so I can't judge him, right?
It's time for the Grand Slam Championship match. Wah! Upcoming first. Born in Pakistan but naturalized as a proud citizen from India. Weighing in 300 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, the Beast, Noah Lesbian. And now this man is a breed between a Rottweiler and a giant human. Ladies and gentlemen, Jacob Fatu. Can't wait to see these big, juicy, meaty men in the ring. And now known as Billy Goat, he is the aerial assassin. He is the FCW Grand Slam champion. Ladies and gentlemen, Willie Oji SP AIE. This athletic man alone with two meaty and juicy machines. Sounds like a good corn vid for me. Get in the damn ring, you stupid choop. This man used to be the right-hand man in the infamous group Haram Family. Feb crowd chants the boy's name. And it's time for the match. Noah botches like a dumbass. Hits a critical pile driver. He gets tricked by Jacob. And Jacob sets up, running for a super kick. Tries on Will, who counters with a hidden blade. Yeah, little bro, got a broken rib from that. Whoever bet on Will on Kalshi must be very dumb, because ain't no way he's winning this. This match is a complete chaos. Super kick by Jacob. He tries to go haram, but Will super kicks his big juicy. Maybe he actually has a chance in this match. He's on fire. He breaks the submission. Seems like Jacob is going to throw this British kid back to England. Samoan Bulldog. Seems like Jacob is way too big to fit into Noah. So they bully, will then start hitting each other. Aha. And Lesnar hits a Tudor 5-0 MG. Willie so dumb and clues me. Sorry daddy, will you slay the best superstar in the world? Don't touch me, please.
Gangi would rather drink my own milk than touch you for sure.
I mean, you are touching Jacob right now, but alright, motherfucker. They are making out. Nice move by Jacob now, has to get himself into the match. Drives him into the ropes and goes for a harem super kick. Winged blade to wobble him. Whoa, what a great maneuver by Will. Jacob sends him flying with the board. The ring is already covered in blood. Spinal tap to break it. It's only been 4 minutes, and they're already pretty much fucked up. Bomb suplex by Noah. I wonder how Will doesn't get injured acting like a... Oh, crazy counter by Will. Jacob takes advantage of the situation. And Will gets thrown to hell once again. Pop-up powerbomb, not enough to break the table. Springboard, cross body. And a mounsault. It's over, guys. What the hell, he kicks out at 1. And Will is back for payback. What the fuck is he trying to do? Hidden blade into the corner. Jacob interrupts Will. And he goes crazy into a superplex. Oh my, oh my. Kick out by Will. What the hell? He power bombs Noah. And a ferocious Monsa Ulte Enwi. Jacob. Will throws him out of the ring. And he hits the damaged Noah. But Jacob's back to ruin his plans. Jacob gains control again. Will gets thrown up again. Oh, nitrogen monoxide. A Tangen grip by the Samoan werewolf. This was just disrespectful F5 by Jacob. And a J driller. Oh no, Jacob wants to commit murder. Shooter 5 by Brock. Jacob starts playing with the chainsaw. And another mounsault. Yeah. Noah is still inside. Assassin cutter. Yes, yes, incoming. The 3 men keep fighting and fighting hard. Reverse DDT by Will. At this point, I don't know who is going to win this match. Will ain't letting anyone get his belt. And another assassin cutter. And they team up on Will, but Noah doesn't let Jacob get the advantage. German suplex out of the ring. feel like something really bad is about to happen. They fall off the table. Superman Punch B, the aerial assassin, and will suplexes him into the table. Back into the ring, Noah suplexes him up. This time, Will manages to escape. And Jacob is now also back. Where is this jackass jumping at? And now, Will, it's your opportunity to retain your title. Will is getting all fired up.
Senate night.
What the fuck, I can't be. Are you kidding me?
I'm black, whether I'm poor or rich or poor, though it's all the same shit.
Black Sun is here to cash in his briefcase. What the absolutely fuck? It's that terrorist from I
will explode your asses.
And he starts beating everyone who is tired. Will tries to fight him off, but he has no challenge to Dragon Lord. And he hits a sunrise over Noah. But Will ain't letting his title go so soon. He uses Hong's old finisher on Will. And your new Grand Slam champion. And the terrorist is still attacking his opponents. And he runs away to his hometown in Washington, D.C. WTF is wrong with this guy? The match is over, bro.
Remember everything, now I'm taking it.
Oh, baby. I was definitely waiting for this match.
And upcoming first from Nigeria, he is the ruler, Oba Femi.
I wonder if this match will last longer than 3 minutes. It will last longer than Mohammed means, for sure. Shtifi Ashami Hahamiadi Ashti. Some people have been saying that this man is way too small to inflict any kind of damage at Oba, but he is called the Savior for one reason. Some may call him Electro Hydra. Ladies and gentlemen, Zayn Diddy Hydran. Oba loses no time and tries to chop Zayn's head.
Ferocious pill deriver by Oba.
Zayn must rely on Biss athleticism if he wants to win this match. Yeah, bro. I already know who is going to win this shit. An ADDT on the nails. Springboard elbow by Obi. I didn't know Oba could be so agile in the ring. Oba has the biggest BBC in the entire FCW. Zion uses his Muth Marna strength to send Oba flying out of the ring. Now he starts stomping him. But now this time, it's Oba who tosses the hell out of Zayn. And Zion unleashes the pressure on Oba. And Oba does missionary on top of Zion. And one-fingered by Zayn. And a guy wrench suplex by Oba. Another German suplex to break Zayn bones apart. Dage Akla. Force. Trauma by Zayn. And now Zayn is in control of the match. And Oba throws Zayn's ass for the third time. And now Oba starts setting up a tribal smashing over Zayn. Belly to belly. Sopex by Obi, A Sadigio de Obi and LVOT. Zion is taking too much damage from this match.
A knee to the head.
No, but don't do this. He has a wife and 2 kids.
There is no way. Zayn Didi kicks out. Oh shit, right in the nuts. Riptide by Oba. And another one. Oba, don't do this to the poor man.
And a powerbomb on the mat. And Oba scores the first fall.
He splashes Zayn, making him spit blood. Zayn drives Oba into the corner, but Oba resists the attacks. And a zigzag by Zayn, smart move. What the fuck, bro? Zayn is so dumb.
Okay guys, I will be out of the match for some time, so my brother Johnny Sins Abubakar will be commenting from now on.
Okay guys, I'll be narrating this match from now on. I don't think that Zayn has a chance against Oba Femboy, but let's see what is going to happen. Nice counter by Zayn. Chokeslam by Oba. One Winged Angel by Fimi. Oba scores the second fall.
Okay guys, I'm back to commentary and what the fuck. This Nigerian monster already scored 2 falls. This match more rigged than FIFA Boy. Pessi playing in the World Cup. And he gets hit by another one. And he breaks Zayn's little nuts. Oba is playing dirty now. Bro, this match is very brutal for me to handle. Super Niga punch by Oba. And Oba launches himself over Zayn again. Super Eneniga punch by Zayn must go to surgery room after the beating that he's taking. Zayn trying to hold Oba by some minutes, but it's useless, lil bro. Zayn, despite being 2 falls below, still has some time to compose himself over this match. Zayn isn't even flinching from all the pain. Meanwhile, the referee is rocking the song Sukanigadix. Guys, my deke is in fire. I will be back in the next 2 minutes. Okay, Didi Habibisim back now. And wow, Zayn is actually making Oba feel pain. Sister Abigail. Zayn got Oba's body menstruating over the mat. This must go to Guinness Book. Oba might be bleeding, but he's the one dominating this match for sure. Zayn wobbles, like he's easy got oiled up 3 weeks ago. Yet, shashahash. Hydrogen bomb, oh my. And Zayn spanks his skull on the mat. Hydrogen bomb by Zayn. But Oba is still in the game. And Zayn's buddy flies again. Haram force trauma out of the ring. Zayn is trying to break the Nigerian man into pieces. Oba regains significant control. Hydrogen bomb by Zayn. DDT by Oba. Oba continues playing dirty. Zayn is getting shattered throughout the whole match. Nice German suplex by Zayn. Springboard clothesline by Obafemi. The torture continues inside the ring. Springboard punch. And makes him slam his face in the pad. Zayn puts him down with his Punjab boxing. Sissy Axolotl by Zayn. The ruler isn't at letting Zayn get this win. He hits a beautiful kick. And he eats a burger made of Ambion's meat. German suplex by Zayn. And Oba anticipates the knee shot from Zayn. And he knocks Zayn down.
1, 2.
Zahn is proving us how resilient you can be after hours of Muth Marna. Oba, with his face covered in blood, tries to get another fall scored. And he just can't let Zayn pull off anything. Zayn is by W struggling to get any way to hurt Oba, as he is the one man getting his ass hurt badly. And they start striking, but Oba takes the lead. And after Zayn rolling out the ring, Oba analyzes the situation. Zayn goes all tricky.
And now Oba Nus take this opportunity.
Zayn went this far and made the ruler bleed like he on period. He proved he is outright the savior of FCW. Nice trick by Obey. Is Oba going to keep spamming the same moves? Bro, someone fix the cameras. I don't want to see men having periods so close of me. And a show of strength by Oba. And arm drag into a pin. Zayn kicks out. Gets flipped apart. Oba is trying to drain his stamina. But Zayn rolls up into scoring a fall. Zayn is taking his opportunity now that Oba is all fucked up. And a sissy axolotl into another pin. And now they are both tied. Oba, you piece of shitty cheater. Oba is not holding himself. He is even going dirty just to beat Zion. Wait, the match ended as a draw. But the referee decides to restart because we want a winner tonight. And Oba keeps unleashing his force over Zayn. They are crashing onto every single thing. Oba tries to roll up. But it's not going to work today. Zayn stops him with a reverse Hurdy Karana. Pretty well despited match at TC Oist moment. Zayn doesn't give a fuck if Oba will keep hitting, as he will keep kicking out. Oba kicks him out of the top rope, but Zayn does the same, and he does a mighty jump over Oba. Zion is now taking his time to regain force. He is disrespecting the ruler. But the ruler gets enough and decides to use the chair to punish him. Zayn is getting fucked bone by bone. Zayn's skull sent to hell. It's not over yet. Also, it must be noted that one fall can end this Iron Man match, as the timer is almost reaching 0 again. And Zayn hits an hydrogen bomb. At the start of the match, I thought that Zayn would be penetrated, but now I believe that he can steal the tribal from the ruler. And they are pinning after each move, hoping to get the final fall. Oba is doing moves you couldn't believe that he does. And Zayn beats him with a guitar, but he strikes himself like a dumb motherfucker. And Zayn goes for an hydrogen bomb. Yes, trace it for entertainment. Asedwa. Diddy arrow by Zayn. And another one over the table.
1, 2.
And Zashen scores his third fall. All he has to do now is to survive a few seconds around. And Zayn is now in charge of the match, no matter how much he is bloodied. He jumps, but what the fuck? Can this little midget stop botching? Bro, I think this little Eniga broke his back. But Zayn is still under the momentum, and your new FCW Global Heavyweight Champion of the world.
Did you never give a damn in the first place? Maybe it's time you when the tables turn. Cause in the interest of all involved, and the bomb is off. To the friends is guilty. Yeah, little girl, lays all the way of advertised. Stop dropping off. You were down from the get-go, been my butter. So my gosh, stuck away, scared of it now. When you done it, always has and never was. Don't measure me the best of it, good. Don't tell me actually, think I'm very bullshit. Just another dumb blow, trouble up the shit. It's another way to break through the noise. With a circle that is hand, you got your pen. Gotta be that way if you want it. Saturday, literal mobility, it's bad. Smash it on. All you wanna do is shut me down. All I wanna do is step me around. Smash it on. All you wanna do is shut me down. All I wanna do is step you out. Maybe it's the way you gotta spend a lot of room up on it, even though you love us, but don't even when you realize. Step up third, I guess it's time to bury your ass with the chrome straight to the dome. You hear me right, bitch? Out and it's done. And if you know it's good, just shut up and beg for the backstab. Don't you know you're dead inside for a minute? Yeah, since you get shot, make it a minute back, boy, I don't hear shit, cause the key's in it out. Come on, get a face full of tempted, living up far, going home in a basket. You gotta pull the power, no, nothing nice to shit. Wait, that's something, bail, storm will take. And you can have it if you want, but I'll find you coming up behind you. Spin it out. All you want to do is shut me down. All I wanna do is step you out. Smash it out. All you wanna do is shut me down. All I wanna do is step you out. That time I set this record straight, all I need to know is
the match everybody has been waiting for.
And look who is our first entrant. This man has been the face of FCW since day one. Ladies and gentlemen from Delhi, India, weighing in 500 pounds, he is the FCW Undisputed World Heavyweight Champion of the world. The original Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns.
And he finally makes his way to the ring.
This is the most unpredictable match ever in the whole history of FCW. The lights explode along with the crowd reacting.
And now this man is a national hero in England. He loves iced tea and he's 70 years old. Ladies and gentlemen, the sugar daddy DDP. And the tribal chief leaves the ring as he isn't seeking early trouble following on. And now weighing in 1 billion pounds, the monster Hoang Dan.
Javas actually think that Oandam will be the man dethroning Roman, but let's see how the match goes on.
Yes, Del Riero? Let's see who wins this shit and the match is on, let's go.
The match starts with DDP pressuring Oandam. Seems like the tribal chief and DDP choose to deal with the monster first.
And Roman throws the old turd away.
And he flies over DDP with one dodging.
And a Samoan drop by Roman. DDP not letting Hoang touch Roman before him.
Gladly believe Roman is way too big to be touched by these kids, but he gets long.
Superman punch to cancel DDP's plans.
Owen tries to sneak a win, but it's pretty much useless.
They will probably hurt Roman, then see whoever gets the win. That should be a solid plan to get the title on one of their hands.
And a splash by Roman over the two of them. Juteu gun by Roman.
The tribal chief decided to take his lead on the match. Hoang pulls a shenanigan, but that's not enough to put Roman down. Falcon arrow by Hoang.
And he also tries to do it with DDP. Roman sees the DDP as the easiest target in the match.
And he uses a crossroads. Roman now got the match on the palm of his hands.
You may think Roman is dominating, but DDP is still showing what Viagra can do to an old man's power. And DDP trying together by Roman simply doesn't let them.
And another Superman punch on Hoang and DDP. And Hoang survives the count.
They just had a clumsy moment, and DDP must use this chance to find his moment. Madarshodian foi Piledriver Byron.
And a double punch on DDP. Now they must escort Riz old man's ass away. Hoang won't lose to little sneaky moves like this Roman. And Roman gets checked by Hoang, but DDP distracts him and helps Roman hit both men. Hoang gets punched again and DDP gets tossed like a little child. They keep leaping each other's moves. And Hoang throws Roman to break his bottling.
He lands a Monsal on top of Roman.
After getting rid of Roman, the two old men engage in a fierce battle. Nice move by DDP.
and DDP pus diz até sato a beige agir.
DDP is now clapping their cheeks like a sugar daddy does to his babes.
On survives the count.
Roman breaks Huang's back.
Para deixar bye Roman. What the fuck is genial and happening right now with the Mac lore chicken nuggets Fortnite?
Every single one of them trying to sneak a pin to get the win. And Huang starts feeling very haram with all of that energy inside him. Monstrous pile driver and drags him into a dragon suplex.
But o DDP tries to pull a crazy win over Rowan. Roman puts both Madarshods to sleep. He will have to do more if he wants to keep his belt here tonight. Owen also decides to clip both of them.
But he trips on top of the turnbuckle like a stupid guy would. Superman punch by Roman, and he composes himself going into a crash with DDP. Huang tries to steal a win, but it won't be today.
1, 2.
What the fuck has just happened? At this point, they don't even know who to hit anymore.
Nice DDT by DDP, and now he does it over Owen done. DDP shows his Viagra strength and dominates both men.
Last minute kick out. One winged angel into a pin, but it's still not enough to put Roman out. P. Diddy Cutter. Huang placed himself into trouble.
And somehow New Gun Blue survives.
And another one, LOL.
WHT, a crazy counter by Roman. Seems like this match won't be ending any soon up to this weight.
Roman is being forced to expand his skill set just to get a near fall. Roman gets speared midair by DDP.
Owen wants Roman's Latina chicks down.
Pretty rigged fight, not going to lie. Superman punch not enough to drop Huang, and after charging for other, they end in a weird crash. They engage in a wave of counters now.
Roman's call is on.
Riptide and Roman leaves the ring to breathe.
These old men will feel how big is my bottling now.
At the triba, the chief starts drinking Viagra. What the fuck?
Huang sweeps and avoid getting punched. but he botches again. This guy, Jason and Zane, should be in a triple treat to crown the botching champion of FCW.
Go back botching China Chutia Kamina.
Seems like the Viagra is starting to take effect. And now it's Roman's time to take over this match. Let's go, baby. Chore Bazaar slammed by Roman and breaks the table. Now he punches DDP out of the ring. Damn, I didn't know Viagra made miracles like this. Huang tries to clear Roman, but DDP is behind to give back shots.
Mais Ricanerana. Now only to either Roman plants a run into Superman punch in Hoang.
Huang kicks out, giving time for DDP to return to the match. Roman showing DDP whose ground this is.
He wants to mold them with his Taita.
It's no surprise, as we know that Roman is the most brutal superstar to even set a foot in FCW.
On whooping Roman with his own Taita.
DDP doesn't let Huang get excited with the momentum. PDD cutter by DDP.
Run stunned by Roman. And Roman starts bullying them again.
.360 spear by Roman. 1, 2. Kick out, bro. What must be done to stop these guys?
DDP bots, meanwhile Roman jumps to break Korg's car.
And Roman spreads baby oil in his hands. Muthmarna man punch. And another one. Yes, Roman, you got this.
Hell nah, bro. Don't oil me up. That's my job, Chutia.
DDP ran being afraid to get oiled like crime digital. Roman pulls an interesting move, but he gets not enough.
DDP drop kicks Roman and Huang runs to backshot him.
बिल्कुल नहीं भाई, आज तुम मेरे तेल पीड़ित पर पीठ पीछे से हमला नहीं करोगे।
Uranagi by Roman. And Roman times his roar.
꼬맹이들아, 보환이 뭉개졌어.
Crash of moves between Raw Man and Huang Dan.
He kills DDP with a Superman punch. And he triggers a run into a spear by Roman.
DDP is back to interrupt Roman's plans. Oil force trauma by DDP.
Roman spunks him in the mat and he marks tight for one done. Uranagi followed by a sequence of moves.
Kill switch by Roman. DDP super excited to feel Roman's checks, but Huang intervenes.
DDP tries to pull a sneaky pin and still not enough.
Bro, what the hell did just happen?
Orhan wins team after DDP, however, they won't share the pin.
Roman grabs DDP. Çorbazar slam
MG.
And he tries to dive through Huang, but he misses. Huang plants a moonsault for good. And Huang tries to do something haram on the steel steps and gets thrown away, while DDP punches Roman from heights.
Roman hits DDP and then decides to drag him through the ropes, going for a Spiro MG.
Marvelous kick out by DDP.
And Roman team up again. But Roman is not done. He decides to hit a Punjabi clash.
Crossroads on DDP, and now he runs to deliver a spear at Huang Dan. Huang Dan keeps dodging Roman's attempts.
And now it's his turn to get the fire in the match. Let's go on, we are all inside a view.
And DDP ruins the party. Crazy clothesline by DDP. Meanwhile, Roman gets a strange plan. Roman hits a kill switch on DDP.
He tries to jump over Owen but gets thrown home like a douchebag. Owen punks DDP in the ground
and jumps over Roman's beautiful feet. Hurricanrana into a failed pin at Memp.
And now he tries to capitalize on Roman.
Seems like nobody's going to let Huang Dan get the win so easily.
And another kick to the face.
Huang telling that they aren't here to play. This Chinese cuck can't stop botching. I would rather see Mohammed Means wrestle Vin Drugger NGL. Roman broke his butt. Meanwhile, Huang and DDP exchange moves and Roman gets high because of Viagra. And now Huang throw DDP's ass towards Roman.
Owen splashes both men. Roman breaks Owen's capacity to walk so that he can backshot him later.
And the same goes for DDP. Huang drops Roman, but DDP grabs him and they engage in wave of counters. Huang plants a J driller on DDP, now everybody got dizzy.
Running Hurricanrana by Owen, and he also tries it on Roman, who counters it into a Punjab clash.
Huang doesn't let DDP sneak a pin. Huang goes for a dive, but DDP lifts him like a Mongolian chicken. He hits Roman from behind. This was the most beautiful setup I have ever seen in wrestling history.
WHT kick out by Roman, discards Betro.
Huang is so tired he can't do positions over Roman anymore. Roman hits a one-winged angel, but DDP runs for the save. After backshotting Roman, he does a flip, but he couldn't reach Huang.
Roman goes to bully on.
And now he goes for the ultimate Chorbazar slam.
DDP splashes to break the count.
DDP sends all the mate to Huang, then decides to hurt him. And he hits a jumping PDDT.
Another one to fight Roman.
He carries Roman like his baby, and Roman says, "Hell nah, I'm a Darkod," while Huang takes opportunity to punch their asses out. Roman counters Huang at the last second, and he starts a big run to punch Huang Dan. Oops guys, I meant DDP and not Huang Dan.
What a pile driver by Roman.
And after showing his athleticism, Roman spanks Huang Dan with a Uranagi. He trips, leaving open space for Huang to eat a clean cutter.
Now Roman tries to steal the pin.
Marvelous splash from WDD to break the count.
He survives.
Roman survives somehow, and Huang runs to pull up a banger.
Roman uses the chance to punch them.
DDP delivers Roman to Huang, but he interrupts the count.
Alabama slam on the mat.
And another one to get Huang fully violated.
Roman clips DDP with a spear.
And he starts running to do the same on Huang, but he dodges at last second. What a cutter by DDP, leaving an open opportunity for Huang.
Emerald Flausion by one, but Roman stops him before he can get the pin.
They are very exhausted, bro. Huang can't even land a single move anymore. And Roman hits a Samoan drop followed by a DDP splash.
Roman kicks DDP away and doesn't let one steal the win.
Roman hits a Russian leg sweep and runs to punch Huang out. He grabs DDP and throws him to the corner. DDP gets punched in the corner.
Roman drives him through the ropes, but doesn't get what he wanted to get.
DDP uses Roman's mistake to finish him off.
And DDP grabs Roman and puts him out.
DDP lifts Roman and Huang kicks him away. What a combo. They start doing Dagestan wrestling. This might be Huang's final opportunity to settle this match.
or even the decisive opportunity to win the match. But this team in Roman, who punches DDP away.
And a Superman punch over Huang's bloody face. Then he goes up and delivers a Super Bizarre Slam.
This is defiantly the match of the night. I'm so turned that right now. Heleazi German suplex by Roman.
Double C cash by Roman. DDP is back, but oh, what the fuck? How was Roman able to pull up this move?
You know, Roman trained a lot in the Amazon forest in order to gain skills before returning to FCW. DDP escapes the Uranai.
However, Huang Dan doesn't escape as Roman goes to punish DDP even further. Close line crush. DDP ruined Roman's plan, and now Roman got very mad. Roman spears Huang Dan to break him apart.
Antes DDP pulls a Super Mario Punch. Nice kick out by Roman. Owen completely ignores Roman by launching himself into DDP.
Roman lifts Huang again while DDP botched.
He tries to lift DDP, but he counters with a Scottish Destroyer.
Now he splashes Roman's. Jumping PDDT by DDP.
And Roman punches DDP, making him fly to Delhi. Then he decides that now it's Owens' turn to suffer.
I'm not going to lie, I think DDP loves to steal his finisher, cause he has used the spear like 3 times now, and Roman fails to intercept the PDD cutter.
And Roman kicks out as DDP fails the save at the last second.
Roman decides that playtime is over by throwing DDP away.
And he hit a fierce Samoan Drapator.
And Roman hits a go-to-muth.
He goes for a power bomb but gets received with a beautiful code breaker.
However, now it's Huang who gets countered by Roman.
Beautiful reverse Hikarana by Roman.
And Roman steals Huang Dan's move.
Somersaults done by Roman.
He spanks Huang with the ladder piece.
Roman moves on to start punishing Huang, and done with no remorse.
Roman tries to murder Noah, but the monster is just built different. And a guillotine. The most dangerous sex position by Roman struggles, but Huang breaks free.
And now it's Owens' turn to fight Roman apart.
Roman is the king of kicking out Huang. Didn't you know that, Asian baby girl? Roman hits a big boot to stop Huang from getting haram, but Huang pulls a beautiful counter to stun him.
Powerbomb by Roman and then a biryani selection.
Roman hits Riptide.
And Aspiar is it over.
Roman looks at Huang with disgust after dropping the ladder step piece. And a kill switch on the step ladder piece.
Stabbed to ruin Wong's hopes. Uranagi.
And another Uranagi.
And Roman grabs him and drives him through the ropes.
And he drives him through the ropes, running across to deliver a final spear.
1, 2, and 3.
And Roman retains his belt. This was by far the hardest match in his entire wrestling career, having to take on DDP with Viagra in his body and Huang after using Chinese cocaine. But he still managed to pull up a win. Fuck, it's the Punjab visionary. What the hell is he doing out here? What business does he have by interrupting Roman on the biggest match of his career? And what the fuck, he starts attacking the champion.
He super kicks Roman.
And he curb stomps Roman on the title.
He fucking does it again.
And now a pedigree on the title.
कल मैं हस्त मैथुन करूंगा और बहुत सारी चीनी पोर्नोग्राफी देखूंगा.
And in the top rope, he plants a super stomp on Roman's head.
He continues assaulting Roman.
Bro, someone calls the officials. This psychopath is going to kill the world heavyweight champion.
And another pedal grey.
And he tears Roman's eyeballs on the title. OMG.
आज से दूरदर्शी व्यक्ति वार पाठ पर अपना दबदबा बनाएगा और आकर्षक महिलाओं को गर्भवती करेगा.
And a final double stomp to finish Roman over.